once again with Teacher Peterson, Primary 7 School Holidays. We are still continuing with question tags. And we go, this is our topic, School Holidays. And our main lesson, still, we're going to look at question tags. Question tags. Now, remember very well, last time we were looking at question tags, which have the rule, when the main sentence is affirmative, the question tag will be negative. I'll go to school tomorrow. The question tag will be, won't I? That is what we had last time. Today, this time round, we're going to have question tags that don't require affirmative, negative, but they require your mind to think through and know what you can use best. Now, one of them is question tags that are within what we call requests. And sometimes the requests may turn into suggestions. So we have question tags that are under requests or suggestions, and then we have the question tags that we're going to form under commands. Now, the lesson goes. Here we go. Let's begin with requests or suggestions. I'll be seated somewhere and I ask someone, or the people that are within the room, I say, let us go out. That is one. Let us go out. We are at school, in a room, possibly a classroom, and then one says, let us go out. I may be the teacher suggesting, let us go out. And then, still, instead of saying let us, I would say, let's go out. Now, these are two different statements. When we have let us, and then we have let's, we would think let us is the full form of let's. Yes, you're very right. Let us is the short form of let's. But for this case, when we are dealing with question tags, and when we are dealing with requests, we are dealing with suggestions, the meaning changes. And we have to apply different question tags to these statements. How does this come? If we have let's, it means the person who is speaking is part. So when I say let's go out, it means I also go with you. I'm part of the people supposed to go out. So I'll say let's go out. That will mean I'm part. When we say let us go out, this is a suggestion that requires the speaker not to be part. So it means the speaker will remain in the room, the rest will go out. Let us go out. I hope you get the difference. The speaker is part, the speaker is not part. I should write this. The speaker is not part of the people to go out, and here the speaker is part of the people supposed to go out. How do we form the question tags? Where the speaker is part and where the speaker is not part. We are going to use the two words in the future, because when you ask somebody to do something in the future, you expect it to be in the future still. So we shall have the word shall and then will. Now these two words, shall is used with two pronouns. Mainly, it is used with we, which is the plural form of the first person, and then it is used with I. In normal expressions, I shall or we shall. And then will is used with you, that is the second person, and then it is used with he, that is the third person, and then at the same time it is used with she, which is still the third person, and then it is also used with the third person plural, which is they. We are going. Now, since Shall is used with I and is used with we. If we have a statement which says, let's go out, the speaker is Pat. Here our question tag will return to, shall we? Because the speaker is Pat. Let's go out. Shall we? It means I'll also be part of you as we get out. Now, we go to the other one. Let us go out. What's the difference? The speaker is not Pat. So we have to use, now the speaker will have to bring in a question tag under the will. And remember, the speaker is talking to the second person. The second person is you. Here the question tag will be, will you? Take note. Let us go out. The speaker is not Pat. The question tag will be, will you? Let's go out. The speaker is Pat. The question tag will be, shall we? Please look at this and take note. This is something that you have to learn by heart. No rules attached. In most cases, to do with negative or affirmative. It is about, is the speaker Pat or not? Let's and let us. The two question tags we use is either will you or shall we. This is the first part. We are continuing with requests, suggestions, and this is the first part. Because these are requests, under requests and suggestions. Now we are going to look at the part of commands. Okay, I said we have talked about commands, requests and suggestions. We have talked about the will you and then shall you. Now when it comes to commands, how do we have commands? In most cases, in simple terms, commands start in verbs. I would call that an imperative, but we'll go so much into details. But in simple terms, most of the commands start with verbs. For example, if you have the verb go, if you have the verb come, if you have the verb listen, when these ones start sentences, we tend to call such sentences commands. An example, we may have a command when the teacher is telling the children in class, listen to me. Now, listen to me, because starting with a verb, it turns into a command, kind of rude, but not very rude. But the teacher said, listen to me. So regardless of the voice, regardless of the stress that has been put, it will be a command. Listen to me. Now we're going to supply a question tag to this. Listen to me. The teacher is talking to the kids, possibly in classroom. We are talking about school holidays. Something to do with classroom. Maybe the parent is telling the children, listen to me during holidays. You know what happens. Now, listen to me. When someone says listen to me, is automatically speaking to the second person. And the second person is you. So, being that we have you, now we have to look at the future. Which words do we use in the future? I earlier on explained shall and will. Now you have to look for the word that uses the second person, which is you. And automatically, I know very well, you still remember, this will be will. So the question tag to commands like of this kind, listen to me, is will you? That is the question tag. To give you another example that is connected directly to school holidays. Plan for your vacation. Now, primary 7, you know what I mean when I say plan for your vacation. Plan for your vacation. This is a command, kind of, because it's starting with the verb. The question tag still will be, will you? It should not confuse you. Plan for your vacation. Will you? Because we are using will you because we are talking to the second person. The speaker will be communicating the second person. So I hope you remember. Let us go out. Question tag. Will you? let's go out, question tag will be shall we, and then plan for your vacation. Will you listen to me? Will you come and sit here? Will you finish your food? Will you? This is for activity, for question tags that require, that are used in form of requests and commands. And number one will be, let us visit our parents. Let us visit our parents. What will be the question tag? This is a request. And then we have another one, which will be an example. Plan for your holidays. Plan for your holidays. What will be the question tag? Number three will be, there's a difference. Let's clean the dishes. Maybe after school or within school. Let's clean the dishes. What will be the question tag? Number four, we may have a command which is a bit polite. Listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. What will be the question tag? Remember, listen to your parents. This is a command. If you want to make it a bit polite, you put the word please. Listen to your parents, please. So the word please is not here. This is automatically a command. And then finish your homework in time. Finish your homework in time. What will be the question tag? I want to give as many as possible for practice. Let us travel to a country, maybe during holidays. Let us travel a country. And then lastly, we can have, let's board the school bus. Let's board the school bus. This is bus, B-U-S. So someone is requesting you to board the school bus with him or her. So this is our activity that is connected to question tags within requests and commands. When you do this, when you practice, fill everything rightly, you'll be right to go. I thank you for being with me, Teacher Harris. See you next lesson.